Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As always, I am so happy that you're here. It means the world to me that you take time out of your day to watch these videos. I put in so much hard work and love into them, and I really hope you enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So for today's video, I decided to do an eyebrow tutorial for beginners. I'm going to be talking about two of the ways that I use to fill them in. One is with a brow pencil and the other is with a brow powder. Essentially, they do the same thing. I personally don't have a preference. It just depends on how much time I have. If I'm really in a rush and don't have too much time, I tend to use the brow pencil. If I have a little bit more time and can show my brows a little bit more love, then I tend to use the powder. Honestly, it's totally up to you which one you like. It's based on your preference. I hope this video will help you out in determining which method you like the best. I'm gonna bring you guys super close so you guys can see that my eyebrows, I haven't really done anything to them just yet. I did get them done about a week ago, a week or two ago I think is when I got them done. Typically I tend to thread them myself, or I'll go to a salon and just get them threaded quickly. So the first technique that I'm going to be showing you guys is with the brow pencil. The pencil that I use and I'm absolutely in love with is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Black. Typically you're supposed to get 1 or 2 shades lighter than your natural brow color. I didn't know that at the time, so when I picked this up I was like, hey, my brows are black, I'm gonna get a black pencil. And when I do go to repurchase it, which of course I'm going to, this is my holy grail for eyebrows, I'm going to get it in the darkest brown shade they have, which is Espresso I believe, or I'm gonna go a shade lighter and just get the dark brown. The first thing I do with this pencil is use the spoolie end to just brush out my brows, and you can see I'm brushing in an upward motion and working my way along my brow. When I get to about the arch towards the tip, brush downwards since that's the direction my hair grows in. Once I've done brushing it out, you can already see a difference. Like the hairs just look more in place on this side than they do on this side. On the other side of this brow pencil is the actual crayon part. It's so fine and so thin, I really don't have to worry about it going too harsh and making my brows look super unnatural. So what I'm doing right now is just in small, light-handed strokes, I'm drawing an outline of my eyebrow. Once I get to the arch, I'm going to be working in downwards motions just to create a nice outline for us to fill in later. Then I'm going to move on to the base of my brow. And for the base, I really don't do too much. I just fill in the front part and then work my way up to the arch. And then just go down with light, short strokes. So we have our outline now, and you can see this brow is a little bit fuller looking and cleaner looking than this one. What I like to do when working with just a pencil is in small strokes, just brush upwards and fill in any of the areas of my brow that I think are sparse and don't have as much hair as I would like them to have, or aren't as dark as I would like them to be. So once I'm done with that, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I'm gonna go back to the spoolie side and just brush everything out to make sure that there are no harsh lines and that everything is nice and soft. You can see such a difference between the two brows. This one just looks so happy and so like clean and defined. I'm very happy with how that turned out. You can see guys, like it's not a long process, it's very quick, so you can do this if you're really crunched for time. So once I filled them in, I like to set my brows with the Maybelline Browdrama Brow Mascara. I use the shade Transparent so that it sets everything in place and prevents my eyebrow hairs from moving, and this stuff is amazing. Like my brows do not budge all day with this, so I love it. Once I've set my brows, I like to go in with this Maybelline Color Show Kohl liner in the shade Nude. This is an optional step. You definitely don't have to do this if you don't want. It's just to make the eyebrows look cleaner. I like to go underneath my brow and just outline, as well as on top of my brow. And this is just going to give it a really clean look. Like it looks really silly right now, but they're just going to give it that really clean appearance. See that I'm just being very careful because I don't want it to mix with my brows. I just want it to be underneath to sort of highlight the brow and just clean it up. For the brush that I'm using, you can really use any small brush to blend out the nude eyeliner. I'm just using this lip brush, which is a little silly, but honestly, I don't think that brushes should be used exclusively for what they're designed for. Every brush, in my opinion, is multi-purpose. So this lip brush did a great job blending out the nude eyeliner to give this eyebrow a really clean look. So that's the first technique. You can totally see the difference between this side and this side. Moving on to the second technique, we're gonna start with our NYX Micro Brow Pencil again in the shade Black. So spoolie side, brushing out our eyebrows. So then we're gonna move on to the pencil side. We're gonna do the same thing we did with the other eyebrow. We're just gonna make an outline with short, light strokes all along our eyebrow to make a nice outline for us to fill in later. I'm just working along my brow to make an outline. And you can see, like, I do the base of my brow here, and then I don't really do too much in this area. For me, I'm pretty happy with how that is, so I don't feel the need to give it extra attention. So I just head on over to the arch and start filling that in. So we have our outline down. So for the next step, I'm gonna be using my Hard Candy Brow Powder Duo in the shade Medium Dark. And this product is really amazing. You get a huge bang for your buck just because you get 4 products in one cute package. Let's see if I can open it. On this side, you get the brow highlighter, the soft brow wax, and 2 brow powders. I love how they have 2 different shades. They have a darker shade and a lighter shade. This really appeals to me because I like to use a dark powder for the outer parts of my eyebrow just because that part of your eyebrow is naturally dark. With the light powder, I like to go in the front of my eyebrow just because it's not super dark naturally and I don't want a really harsh brow. So to fill that in, I like to use the light shade, which you guys are gonna see. I'm gonna go into the dark shade. So that outline that we made with our brow pencil, I'm just outlining it with the powder. And then I'm just gonna fill in my brow where my hairs are kind of sparse. And then I'm gonna go into the lighter shade. And you can see that I'm using a different motion with my brush. Turn my brush so that it's vertical, and I'm just sort of dabbing it into the areas that are sparse and brushing it out along my brow. I'm gonna go back to our brow pencil and turn it to the spoolie side and just brush it all out, just so that the 2 powders are nicely blended and that we don't have any harsh lines from our brow pencil earlier. And of course, to set the brows, we're going to use the Maybelline Browdrama Brow Mascara in Transparent and just brush it through our brow. This is going to prevent your brow hairs from moving and keep it in place all day. Same thing we did with the other side. We're going to go in with the Nude eyeliner pencil, just outline underneath and above. And that's just going to give the illusion of a super clean, defined eyebrow. We're going to blend that out, making sure not to get it in our brows, and just underneath. And then going on to the top, just blending it out nicely so that there are no harsh lines, so that it's nicely blended. So that's it for the brow tutorial. You can see that both techniques didn't take long at all. They're very quick and super easy to do. I hope you guys found this video super helpful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!